CTR Classic Bit.
Shh, Coltrane. There's one at 9 o'clock.
No, I've got a little bit after 10.
What? No. To the left.
Aha! Bazooba Guabo!
All right. Go, man. We've only got 30 seconds till the next one.
Bazooba Guabo! Bazooba Guabo!
Yes.
Bazooba Guabo, baby!
Keep going, man. We need 40 for the achievement.
Really? Are there even 40 of these blasted birds around?
Go. Come on, let's go.
Bazooba Guabo! Bazooba Guabo!
Keep going, man. Keep going. 34.
Bazooba Guabo! 38. Turkey time, Bazooba Guabo!
One more. There's just that one in the middle. I don't see any others.
Check this out. Bazooba!
What the what?
Hey, it's Solar Flay. Did you guys get any turkeys today?
Oh, boy. Solar!
You're listening to Convert to Raid. The podcast for raiders in the world of Warcraft.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. And happy Pilgrim's Bounty, everybody. Yes. One moment. Damn it. Why is that not working? There we go. From the CTR command post. No, it's not a command post. It's a command center and broadcast emporium in Sacramento, California. Today is November 26, 2019. Thanks for joining us from around the world of Warcraft and beyond. My name is Pat Crane. I'm your host. And as always, the players are here. And we will start with the, of course, returning champion, Thyst. Hello, Thyst.
Hey, Pat, what's up? What's the definition of an emporium?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I have a difficult time with understanding what things are, you know.
Oh, we know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to draw attention to that.
No, that's all right. That's right. Thank you for that. And also coming back once again now as let's just say he's a full-time crew member. It's Warcraft Stats. Hello, Stats.
Good evening, everybody. How's it going?
It's nice to see you, buddy.
I'm going to start off this evening with a tip.
Yeah, yes.
A tip for both of you. Now, you both like burgers, right?
Sure.
Hey, hold that thought. If you're going to four-man a dungeon, you must include one Pandaren monk.
Why's that?
It's a quarter panda with cheese.
Mm-hmm. Right. No, I get it. It's not good. It's not good. But I get it. Well, hello everybody. Hello Twitch chat. Hello to the crew, and hello to you guys out there that carry us around with you wherever you go. It is going to be. We have a lot to talk about. Actually.
Oh man.
I know. I mean, normally we have a lot to talk about, but it seems like we have an extraordinary amount of things to talk about, considering that we are nowhere near patch 8.3 yet, and we are well past 8.25.
That's true.
It seems like the wrong time. It seems like this is not the right time where we should be getting all sorts of news and things, but apparently. For Pilgrim's Bounty, they have given us a bounty of news.
Yes, but not so much news about the bounty itself.
No, apparently the Pilgrim's Bounty itself is the same.
Yeah, I mean, no less exciting though, and fun.
You sure about that?
Pilgrimy.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure. Because, yes, it's always pilgrimy. It's always food frenzy. It's always, if you want to grind rep, now is the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Have you guys done Pilgrim's Bounty like every year? Are you guys like Pilgrim's Bounty? Oh, this is the thing.
Well,
I I've done it once, and I don't know whether I need to go back and do it. I did it once. I gave thanks. I ate turkey. I
ate the things at the table, and then we had a food fight, and that was good.
Is there going back ability to this one that I don't know about?
No,
not this year.
No.
No.
Sometimes they add new things. That's the thing. Like every time the holiday rolls around, I go to Wowhead and I'm like, "What's new this year?" And it's like nothing. I'm like, "Cool." All right then.
All right. I will see you later, guys.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Well, it's just because I don't play any alts, so it's just my main, and I don't really need anything.
Right.
But the thing is, like, the plump turkey is one of two, I think, of the exclusive pets for this holiday, and that's my favorite pet in the entire game. I love my plump turkey. I named him Plump Jimmy. What? That's not funny, Patrick.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to.
Are you sort of RPing the fact that you've saved him from the oven?
Yeah.
And he's happy.
Yeah, but the thing
turkey.
Is, like, I can't bring him out, especially in raid, because my raid team will just bring out a fire and then Plump like.
You can't bring out your Plump Jimmy in raid?
No, I can't show them Plump Jimmy at all. Because they'll just roast him, you know?
Okay. All right. Well, sometimes you just got to know your audience, right?
Yes, I know that.
Right.
I know that.
Right. And so if your raid team is going to set up a fire, no Plump Jimmy. You just can't do it.
No. I want to take him out.
No.
Leave him in the pet sack where all the other pets are.
Right.
I meant to ask you, do you have vegan options for your pre-raid eating?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a mage, so I make vegan buns.
Okay.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. It's just like I have noticed that, like, in WoW, there's a lot of things that just wouldn't be vegan. And I try not to let that bother me because it literally doesn't matter because it's a game, but it's interesting. I think that's a me problem though, because I have difficulty separating myself from the game.
Sure.
And that's why I am the way that I am.
So you won't eat like a plate of bacon in WoW?
Probably not. Also, it's very hard to like go skinning and stuff too. Well, not if it was just bacon. I mean, I'm sure that if it was like a raid food that you needed, you would probably suffer through and say, all right,
Mm-hmm.
fine.
I mean,
whatever.
maybe arcane magic can turn stuff vegan. I don't know.
That's what we need. We need more vegan options in WoW.
There's still so much that science doesn't know about arcane magic. But I'm not a scientist, so I will never know.
Because it's magic. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
You only need 2 buttons for that magic, but it's still.
And one of them is blink, as we know, and the other one is also blink.
Okay, one. No, 2. Nuh-uh. 3. What?
Mirror image.
Listen, it's hard being a mage. Okay, really hard.
Right. Yes.
Takes great skill. Big brain, 5 head.
Sure.
So smart.
Absolutely. Yes, many leather-bound books. So let's talk about this last week in WoW. And I just want to chat with you real quick and just see what's been going on in your worlds. And Stats, let's start with you. What's been happening with you, buddy?
Well, I've been working on my warrior, my alliance warrior. So I now have two toons of equal strength on both sides. I've nearly finished all the story on the alliance side now, which I really wanted to do. And I'm just looking forward to the next expansion.
And so, how have you found the story on the alliance side as opposed to the horde? I mean, do you have one side that you feel like one story that you really like out of both of those? I mean, is there a zone or one storyline that you particularly enjoyed?
I think the Horde story is better. I think if you run through the whole of the Horde story, there's more to it. Yeah. I found getting around on the Alliance side is far easier. I think Borealis is much more friendly.
Right.
The aesthetic is totally different. It's if you aren't totally tied to a faction, like I'm not, then you really do need to see both sides, because there's a whole lot of content that I had never seen before, which was really good.
It is.
I do think
it is pretty weird. I mean, it's very cool how the different zones play out for the different for Alliance and Horde, and I would agree. I'm not sure. I think probably it's a little bit more interesting on the Horde side as far as story goes, but only because you meet up with so many different characters along the way.
Yeah.
Like in Drustvar, you come across the witch trials, and that seems really weird, especially if you play a mage. Thyst, if you play a mage and you come up to these folks that are having a witch trial, you go, "I'm a mage. I do magic. This is what I do."
Are you comparing me to a common witch, Patrick?
I am saying that mages and witches are they've got to be at least along the same lines.
we should dunk Thyst and see if she drowns or not.
Right?
Please dunk me.
Does
I
she
love
float?
being dunked.
Does she float? So yeah, but I mean, it's kind of one of those things of like and then you on the Horde side, you have all the blood trolls, and you have, I mean, like this really cool aesthetic that is pretty tribal in nature. So, I mean,
they've done a good job with it. They really have. There's a lot of things that we can say about the expansion that's been a challenge, but the story is not one of them. And if you haven't seen the other side and you're looking for something to do, before you start grumbling, go and play the other faction, because it's good.
And we've got time, so I mean, it's not like we don't have time. I mean, we're going to be sitting here for a while. As soon as we know more about, alpha and beta for Shadowlands, we'll have a better idea of when the expansion might be coming. But we're not even at 8.3 yet, so we have time. We have months and months.
Couple months.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, you could just stay playing Horde, and have a lot of fun there.
Sure.
Really fun.
Or you could go play Classic, I guess. I mean, that would be another way to do it.
You can be Horde there too.
And you could be, we could play whatever side you want to there. It's very interesting either way, I think.
I did a bit of Classic this week. You don't actually do a lot of playing if you're on PvP server. Do a lot of running as a ghost. That's what I did in my Classic experience this week.
Ganked?
It wasn't even ganked. It was like a pre-ganking. Like I was dead before I knew I was getting ganked. It's the PvP service in Classic, and we'll talk about it later if you like, but it's a little savage at the moment.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
World PvP is the best.
That's kind of nice. And the only Classic news that we really have tonight, and I'll just step right into Classic news because why not at this point? So I might as well play
Torment.
Oh wait, hold on a second. That was way too low. Hold on 1 second. Oh, sorry. That's still way too low. It's fine. I'll put it in post later. But the only Classic news that we really have tonight is that BGs are going to be coming for like in a couple of weeks, December 10th, right?
Yeah, that's very soon.
So Warsong Gulch and AV. So Alterac Valley and Warsong Gulch are going to be coming December 10th. And they've detached them once again.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's just going to be a thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. And if
it'd be nice to do some balanced PvP for sure. That's going to be fun. That's worth getting back into Classic for that alone, totally. I think.
Right.
Yeah, and if you've been playing retail WoW, like you might have been spending a lot of time in AV, and now you can experience it kind of how it was back in the day. Or, don't do it at all because you've literally spent 2-3 weeks now in AV and retail, which is fine. It's okay. I had fun.
Yeah.
I'll go back in someday.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Warsong Gulch, make up a twink and go for it and just, level 19. And
that's how I did it.
Yeah. And just go. Cause I mean,
queuing up on Thunder Bluff, Hunter Rise, waiting for that to pop, going in there, getting my butt handed to me over and over again until I finally got good-ish.
Good-ish.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
I wasn't very good at WoW for a very long time.
It all works. It's all fine.
Eventually.
It's all fine. So yeah, I mean, other than that, that's the only real classic news that we have. Thyst, what have you been up to this week?
AV. I got the mount though, so I don't have to go back in.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
Thank you. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. But yeah, just.
Oh yeah, you've been streaming a lot.
Yeah, I have. It's been fun. And last week, instead of raiding my raid team, we played dodgeball with our dazzling wands.
So how do you play dodgeball? Just for those guys that don't know how to do it.
Well, sure. So everybody has to have a dazzling wand, and it's a toy that you can get in WAD. It's really easy to get. You just go and grab it. It's in Tinan Jungle, I believe. And when you have it, you equip it and you click it, and then so you just throw like big balls of energy at people with your dazzling wand, and they throw their big balls of energy at you. And if you get hit with a big ball of energy, you get like CC'd for a second. So what we did was we did like a free for all. So we were all just throwing balls at each other, and it was kind of like an honor system. Like if we got hit 3 times, we were out. And so the last couple people standing kind of had like a showdown, and then some people like went into the losers bracket and some went into the winners bracket, and we fought against each other like 1v1s, and we all bet on each other. So I lost a lot of gold, and yeah, it was really fun.
Cool.
And it took like 3 hours.
Well, that's one way to do it, and especially if because you guys are done with heroic progression, right?
Oh yeah.
So you've been done
Very much so.
for a bit.
Yeah.
And everybody's kind of geared up and just kind of waiting for the next thing.
Just playing dodgeball,
Right on. There's also, other fun games, lawn darts.
Yes, lawn darts.
That's always good.
And naked dueling.
Naked dueling.
Yeah, you just take off everything.
Sure.
And you slap each other until somebody dies.
Just slap each other.
Yeah.
That's good. Stats, do you have any games that you've played that are just like totally casual, just weird things like that?
In WoW or outside of WoW?
In WoW.
Okay, I was going to say Twister, but no, not really. Just the calligraphy ones from the Tortolan line.
Oh, sure.
They're the ones that would throw me off when you think you've done a perfect triangle and they still tell you it's not good enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those bastards.
And I still think they need an achievement for when you save all the little turtles, and not one of them gets caught by a crab or because I really try and play that. And I still think they should have an achievement for it.
Did you guys see? I think it was not this last BlizzCon, but the BlizzCon before. They brought in the voiceover actor for the Tortolan lady, and I can't remember her name. But she was great. She came on a stage and everybody was like so welcoming and so like they were just applauding for like nothing you've ever heard for anybody else.
She's popular. And
she was super popular, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is my first convention of anything that I've gone to. So this is pretty amazing." And she was just so grateful and just so cool to kind of listen to. And she did it all in that voice. I mean, that wasn't like a put on voice. That was just her voice.
That's just her?
That's just her.
She just sounds like a turtle?
Yeah. She just sounds like a turtle. Just trying to save other turtles or trying not to save other turtles, depending on what the quest is. Right? So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I know for me this week, the new team. So we have a new team, the Catalina Wine Mixer group, and we only do once a week, and it's pretty casual, and we're trying to go through heroics and stuff like that. Right now, 6 of 8, not bad for a new group.
Wow, congrats. 6
of 8 heroic, and we're trying to plow through, but it's tough, because we only do once a week. So it's kind of one of those things where you're trying to build up a team and you're trying to plow through stuff, and it's like it's an interesting challenge, but it's fun.
6 of 8. So yeah, you've got some work ahead of you, man.
Yeah, a little bit. You think?
Yeah. Yeah, NyQuil's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Pat,
So
what you need, Pat, is a Fury Warrior.
we have so many melee right now. Hey, if you want a tank though, if you want to be a prot warrior, swing tank even.
A swing tank.
Yeah,
Dang.
swing tank. I'm a swing healer. We could.
Yeah.
What's that mean? So you're normally DPS, but you swing.
But then if somebody needs a heal, then I toss them a heal.
He's got the glass bowl and everything.
Actually, I will. Well, so yes, it's being a swing heal is DPS for the most part, and then if we don't have enough people, or if we have too many people for what we're doing, and not enough healers, then I'll jump in on the healer role and do that thing. So
swing tank, I can do.
It means double the gear for you.
Sold. I'll see you on Thursday.
Oh, awesome. Sounds good.
No.
So other than that, that's about it. So I think what we should do is maybe go into, how about we go into the news of Buffa?
A clever strategy.
And again, I'm going to have to work on that audio because it's not going through the proper channels. Damn it. I hate it when that happens. It's so low. Anyway, so for BFA, we have so much news to talk about. And I don't know exactly where to start.
Can we just start at the beginning?
Okay.
Because I made notes and they're all in order.
All right.
Thank you.
For you, I'll do it. And let's do it in order of like when it's coming out.
What?
Like when we will see it. So we're starting from today. So a couple of weeks from today, or maybe even less than a couple of weeks from today, we're going to see something else emerge into the wild, into the store.
Ah, yes.
And we will see a Dottie, the baby alpaca pet.
Man, that thing is so cute.
Seriously.
Really is. So
awesome.
all the proceeds are going to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
And this was announced at BlizzCon. And last year it was Whomper, the Yeti?
Yes.
The Yeti?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And he costs like $10, I think. So that's what we might be looking at. But I'm down with it. Like I would spend a lot more money on that baby alpaca because like Whomper who? You know?
Right. Well, and everybody likes the alpaca stuff.
Oh yeah.
Now. I'm just
it's a really, I mean it's a good it's an excellent charity. The amount of money that Blizz make from these pets is staggering to me. It really is. And
how much was it last year? I'm trying to remember. I can't. It was over $1 million. I know that much.
Yeah, it was a couple of million or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I can't remember,
like
but
that.
it was a staggering number. And when you make them this cute, they're going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and especially when you make them for a charity, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, it not only is it cute, not only is it fun, not only is it kind of celebrating the alpaca, which is kind of the new.
We love to celebrate the alpaca here.
Well, it's cool. And in 8.3, we're going to see the mount come along as well. And so that's going to be something for everybody. So, it's just really cool. I like it.
I do like the abilities though. We're talking about how nice and fluffy it is. And it's like face bite, kick, headbutt. And then there's a level 4 ability called cute face. How do you damage something with cute face?
I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it too.
I've had it done to me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I've never been blamed as being cute, so I don't think that would be a thing.
Patrick,
it's never been done to me,
buddy.
But I'm sure that's happened the other way around.
Especially with your little beard and everything.
Oh
Look
gosh.
at you.
Oh,
Adorable.
Just shush. So that's going to be on the store soon. I'm guessing.
We don't know when.
But it's got to be. It's coming in December. We know that much. So
I love like gifting those charity pets to people.
Yeah.
It feels good. Feels real good.
And speaking of gifting, I think that we have talked about this before as BlizzCon was happening, and we even know what some of the prizes are, but we are actually planning on doing some holiday gifting for you guys. So
We got good stuff.
yeah, we do. We actually have some really good stuff this year, and so I think that we will know more next week as far as how things are going to happen. But we are planning on a little contest, a little register to win, not a register to win. You don't have to register. It's like you just participate to win.
Yeah.
You know.
And like participating is the real prize.
Is it?
It's the greatest gift of all. Is the gift of participation.
It depends on what they're participating in, I guess.
Oh yeah, you never know.
We'll try to make it fun. We'll try to do all that stuff. So, just stay tuned. Next week we should have more information on that. If not, just roll into it because it's going to be December next week.
Oh man!
Already? Can you believe it?
No.
Well, Stats, you're in like the upper reaches of Canada, so I'm guessing you can believe it.
I very much believe it. Yeah, it's it's pretty miserable and cold up here in the Arctic. So
well,
we get White Christmas every year.
Right. You have White Thanksgiving, for that matter. So hey.
Yeah, we have four seasons. It's winter, brown, and construction.
Yeah.
Yes, construction is a major season in Canada.
Yeah, that was the same way in Minnesota, and now not so much. It's raining outside right now, and I'm like, it's November. It's almost December. No, it can't be. It's weird.
Oh, poor you. It's raining. Wah.
It's the first time it's rained in like 6 months, so I'm happy. I'm good with it. So once again, we'll have more information on that stuff next week. So let's just get into the news stuff. We should probably talk about gear. We talked about gear last week. I know we talked about gear last week.
It's kind of an important topic.
It is, especially when they change stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
On the PTR, they changed a bunch of stuff. Last week we talked a little bit about the corruption gear and about kind of all that stuff. We're going to talk more about the corruption gear. I'm sorry, they changed stuff. And I don't like saying the same thing twice. But it's going to be slightly different, slightly. But first of all, let's talk about numbers though. Because now we know a little bit more about numbers, and they came out first with Mythic Plus Season 4 numbers. What's that look like?
Yeah, so the loot from the dungeons will go up by 30 eye levels. End of run chests will reward better gear, and we get new Azurite tokens, etc. But right. So we're getting a new BOA tokens with a base item level of 400. Instead of benthic gear. So that's fun. But they've increased the item level of rewards from dungeons by 30 item levels and the difficulty of heroic and mythic dungeons by 30%. That's right. A lot. So for normal eye level, we're looking around 400, for heroic 415, and for mythic 430.
But it's actually going to be more than that, right? I mean, it's going to be, so there's going to be like 475 for the Mythic Plus 15s. So for the Mythic Pluses, instead of doing a Mythic 10 once a week, right, for your weekly cash, most people are going to want to do a weekly 15.
Yeah.
And then that way you'll get 465 for end of run and a 475 for the weekly cash. That's pretty good.
It is, because we can compare that to Nyalotha, and that's like mythic gear out of there is 475 to 485. Right,
and it starts out at 475. And the other thing that came out with this week was that the last two bosses, no matter the difficulty, it's going to be 10 item levels higher than the rest of the raid.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I think this is cool, right?
I think that's,
is this cool?
Yes, I think that's a great idea. I think I think, you push your way through a raid, and, raids take time and effort, and it takes an entire team, and it takes everybody's time. And when you get to those last two bosses, like, you kind of expect them to be really, really tough. And therefore I would like the stuff to drop from them to be really, really worth my while,
Sure.
Yeah, this is Blizzard doing the right thing to motivate people to do the things they should be doing to get the gear they need. I'm pleased. These are good changes.
They're not bad, and I understand what. So the thing about it is, with the weekly Mythic Plus system, if you do a plus 15 every week, you're going to get 475 loot every week. And I think they wanted to make sure that while, Mythic Plus is still a thing and still viable and still you need it to, progress your character and progress the power. But they said, you know what, the last two bosses, this is the last hurrah for the expansion. So guess what? If you can down these last two guys, let's just give you some better loot.
Yeah,
what do you say?
And I wouldn't mind this going forward, because it takes a couple months to get to the last two bosses, at least for my team, at least, like working through normal and heroic.
Sure.
And I would want the loot coming off of those bosses to be really special and really impactful. So yeah,
right.
This is good.
Well, and I was chatting with some more, like Mythic style raiders, and when they heard about the Mythic Plus Season 4 stuff, and they compared that with what they knew about the gear that was dropping off of Nyalotha, they said, "Why is this the same? This shouldn't be the same. Why is this the same?" And yes, I understand it's 1% of the raiding population that's really doing Mythic hardcore, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much, or 1% of the WoW population. And so it's kind of one of those things of, yeah, but it's just 1%. But then they said, oh, guess what? The last two bosses were going to kick it up a notch. And I think all the Mythic Raiders went, oh, okay. All right. As long as we're going to be the best, then that's all that matters.
Hey, to be fair, if I was a Mythic Raider, I would want to feel like the best all the time, because that's a huge commitment.
If you're downing an old god, you should be able to wear some better loot. Yeah.
Give me them mythic tentacles.
Mythic tentacles.
Yeah. It's a particle effect.
It's good to see, and I hope it stays like this.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. I think that they should have done that earlier. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess hopefully they'll learn from this and they'll say, yes, this can be a thing.
Well, that's why World of Warcraft has lasted so long, because the team is always trying to improve things and try new things and evolve and, make mistakes. Just like what Miss Frizzle said, make mistakes, get messy, etc. Something about, I don't know. This is like the second Magic School Bus reference I've used in 2 weeks. But like WoW is always trying new things, and that's how they come up and perfect systems that we love nowadays. And this is just, I'm always excited for these things because
I just always I agree with you for the most part, but when it comes to the new system for gear, I don't know. I don't know what I think about this new corruption system. I don't know what I think about the eye level thing. I'm happy with, like the eye level thing. I can look at and I go, you know what? Yes. All right. Let's keep doing that. That seems like the right thing to do. And then I look at all the other crap that comes along with it, like all the corruption gear and all the okay, there's corruption gear, and then you can purify it if you really want to, and then there's the legendary cloak, which can mitigate some of the corruption gear, and then I'm like,
yeah, I think I agree with you. I think they come up with the good ideas for systems. There's no question about that. But then I think they sometimes put too many all in one place at the same time, and I think it's something that they can take those ideas and just string them out a little bit.
It's a lot. It's just a lot. So, I mean, I don't even, a lot of people are saying it's moving in the right direction. They say, hey, this could be a real good thing. And then I look at this, one of the changes that comes for the new corruption effects. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Mm-hmm. So one of the new changes for the corruption effects is that at corruption level, what was it, 80?
Yeah.
If you get hit by the thing from the dark
60.
below, I don't know what it is. But if you get hit by that thing, you get all the other things, and you're basically just standing in a pool of defile that is going to grow and grow and kill all of your teammates ever. Right?
All of them ever?
Yeah, forever.
Oh, no.
They're just going to go to the Shadowlands and wait there.
So it's called Cascading Disaster.
Yeah.
Which could be a nickname of mine. I'm not sure. But you're struck by the thing from beyond and you immediately afflicted by grasping tendrils and corrupted zone.
Yeah.
So
sounds like a great plan. Let's do that.
Sounds like a Friday night.
It's not, as long as there's something to turn it off in LFR and turn it off in anything where you're grouping with random people, I'm okay with it. But
oh my God, could you imagine LFR with somebody that is like so loaded up on corrupted gear?
I don't know if I don't think you're going to need to imagine it. I think it might happen.
That is good. Oh man.
But there's got to be a button that turns that off, or there's like LFR just doesn't have it on because.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That is going to be such a thing. I can't wait for that now. Now just I can't wait.
Big piles of splooge all on the floor.
You've turned it around for me completely. You've totally turned it around for me. Oh.
I mean, it's going to be fine. Don't worry.
That's amazing. That would actually
what can we do to troll the player base? Oh, I know. Let's just put defile on everybody and then just throw them in LFR.
That will so make my day. I'm just going to queue up for LFR just for that.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm being totally honest. I will totally queue up to see somebody troll folks like that with corrupted gear. I think that would be incredible.
Don't encourage them, Patrick.
It's going to happen anyway.
I'm never going back to LFR. As long as I've been.
Well,
I've been hanging around in there. It's not too bad at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay. You go on a Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, it's an extreme sport if you go on a Monday night, but
ooh, yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday, it's okay. People know what they're doing.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, they know what they're doing. Come the weekend, there's all bets are off, right?
Cool. Bets are off.
You get 4 or 5 stacks of determination, and you're like, all right, we can do this, fellas. Let's do it.
So very determined.
Yeah, no, I've done that before. That's not a place you want to live.
Trying to gently encourage the warrior tank to put a shield on, that sort of thing.
Please.
How about you repair all your broke stuff, huh?
Yeah.
What about that? Mm-hmm.
What does repair mean?
Right. Exactly. So we have the corrupted gear, right? We have and you can purify that stuff. So at least there's a way out. It will also take away the benefits, I think, as well. But, gear is gear. Stats are stats, right? Stats.
Yeah, I am me.
Yes. And so there's that. Also, for the Azerite gear, the new Azerite gear for 8.3, all of I don't know if it's best stats.
It's okay. So the Nyalotha Azerite armor has the best Azerite trait for every spec. In theory,
I don't know if it's the best.
Yeah, they're just options, and they may not be the best one for you personally.
Yeah,
but these traits are like widely considered to be very good. So, like for me as a fire mage, Master Blaster's on everything, and I just like saying Master Blaster because it rhymes and it sounds funny.
Sure,
Master Blaster.
It's funny.
Well, mine for Fury Warrior is pretty good. The Cold Steel Hot Blood, which I like saying that too. That's a pretty good. But it's that's one of the better ones. It's not the best trait we have as Fury Warriors, but it's certainly up there. Undulating Tides is the best one by quite some way on the patchwork sims, but it's again, some of this is situational, some of it's just based on what works generally most of the time for everybody.
Right.
I know the Azurite traits get quite confusing in terms of what you have to pair up with other things to actually get them to sim the correct way, but
Sure.
yeah, these are pretty much traits that are up there.
Yeah, it's a decent trait. I wouldn't say necessarily the best trait, but I would say, you know what? It's a decent trait. It's not gonna totally screw you over to take that one. So you know,
I'll settle for decent.
it's good. May not be great, but it's good. So that seems to work all right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And also coming for gear. Well, it's not really gear. It's kind of a side note to gear. We have the Willy Wonka Everlasting Gobstopper augment rune that's coming to WoW. And it's basically lasts forever, right?
Yes.
Until
it's
the next
nothing.
expansion when you just chuck it aside because you're like, oh, you know, I've spent 50,000 gold on this thing. Or whatever it is.
That could change. It's
Or
50,000 gold the PTR now.
It's 50,000 gold.
Yeah. Well, Ian confirmed that we can buy a reusable Lightning Forge augment rune after reaching Exalted with the faction and Visions of N'Zoth.
Yeah.
And yes, it is 50,000 gold on the PTR now. So I'm sure if we keep complaining about it, they might change it.
I am only like 43,000 away, guys. I'm only like 43,000 gold away from buying this thing.
Hey, you can do it.
Yeah. Just another
Yeah,
WoW token, and I'll be good to go.
Just start selling in-game selfies for gold.
I already do that. That's how I made the 7.
Oh, congratulations. Sounds very lucrative for you.
And that was just so that I would leave them alone.
I believe that.
I have not got 50 grand to spend for an extra 60 strength. That's not going to happen for me.
Yeah, I know. It's
That's a lot of money for me.
It just seems like a lot, right? I mean, if you're, I mean, I still have some runes that, you know, I only take those runes on special occasions where it's like, no, guys, we really got to push this thing. We're going to try this time. We're going to really, really try now that we have the fight down. Okay.
There's weeks where it stings to spend the 2K on the reroll token.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. Really does.
That's why I do so much PvP.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's
for honor.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you just do all honor marks and you're fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I'm broke. I bet on everybody who didn't win in dodgeball.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's how the game of WoW is played.
That's the game of WoW. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. We should make a song for that.
Oh.
So there's that's coming for 8.3. So if you guys are really into spending a lot of money
Love it.
for a little return and something that you will throw away once Shadowlands hits, go for it. And then we also have another thing that costs a lot of money that may be going away.
It is going away.
It is going away. As far as it goes right now, I think, guys, if we had a letter writing campaign, like strongly worded letters to Blizz about this, that it might actually stick around, but it's still $5 million. It's still $5 million. It's the Dino. It's the Brutosaur mount. The
Long Boi.
5 million gold Brutosaur mount deal.
Yeah, featuring Auction House.
And it's going to be going away for Shadowlands. So get that gold together if you want it. I don't know.
When I found out about it, I already resigned myself to never owning it. I'm
only 493.
Stop doing math. You're going to get a headache.
I'm only about 5 million away.
Yeah, I'm about 5 million away too. It's a real pain in the neck. This.
It's a big neck.
Maybe they're too high maintenance. I wrote some really bad jokes next to this, actually, and I'm just realizing they're not actually that funny. But can we let's be honest here. And I know, Pat, you linked a little bit of a rant from one of the MVPs in the Blizzard forums, and I mean, if you haven't got this by now, you're not going to be getting it. And I'm one of those people. I'm not particularly sad that it's going away because. I like Thyst. I was never going to buy it anyway. Why they make it go away? That to me, I don't know why.
It
that's
seems
necessary,
weird, right? I mean, it seems weird when they do anything like this, and they haven't done this to the Expedition Yaks or anything like that.
No.
And so them taking away the Long Boi, as he's called.
It's strange. I mean, there's people who have said, well, this is because there's, they can have a little bit of a push on tokens. People will go, okay, well, we'll go and buy some in-game money now so that we can buy this. Right. If you're cynical, maybe they've decided to do that. I don't know. Yeah,
I think that that's where I think that there's a crowd that just doesn't buy into any of the like they're just kind of going off of the bad will that's kind of been felt this last year, and they're like, this is just Blizz just trying for a money grab or whatever.
Well, those people are going to be upset no matter what.
And maybe, but yeah, exactly. These guys are going to be upset no matter what.
I think that it's important for Blizz to take away things like this. Because if they never took away anything, nothing would be special. There's so many things in game that I regret not buying. I regret not grinding towards. I regret not being a part of. But when I see those things in game, I'm like, oh, that is so cool. Like I was talking to a friend who has one of those polar bear mounts from BlizzCon.
Oh, yeah.
And I never, I couldn't afford it back then. I was like a kid. I didn't even really know what BlizzCon was. But when I see them now, it's just like, oh man, yes, I wish I had that. And yes, I wish they had taken it away so I could get it. But at the same time, it makes things in the game so iconic and untouchable. And I think that World of Warcraft needs things like that in the game.
Sure.
And I think that Long Boi was kind of an iconic part of the Battle for Azeroth. And, taking that away is probably a good thing. It'll be like, a couple of years from now, I'll be like, remember in BFA when you had to buy a dinosaur for 5 million gold? Lol,
Right. Well, I always kind of look at this stuff and I'm like, I don't get the mount thing. I understand like achievements or like, special things that you can earn in game, like grind out and stuff like that. But something that you can actually, if they're going to warn you about it now, the only thing that I worry about is those achievement hunters that really want this thing. And now that it's going away, they're going to work extra hard or spend their hard-earned money on WoW tokens or something like that to fill the gap that they have left, whatever that may be. And it could be up to like $500 or something like that. And that is a troubling thing indeed. That from my perspective, I just don't want to see people feeling like they need to spend any money.
Yeah, I'd rather people felt like they needed to work to beat a mythic so that they can get the mount that comes from the end of that, or the title that comes at the end of that, or the special tier gear that goes away at the end of each level. I'd rather have stuff that people can parade that was a result of effort than the result of just spending a lot of money. And let's be realistic. I mean, to play the auction house the way you need to play it to get that sort of money, that's a pretty significant endeavor. But to do it, but yeah, you're right. I mean, if you want to just spend $500 because that's how many tokens you need to buy, then there will be people out there who decide that that's what they need to do. And I don't think that should. I think exclusivity for things that you can buy is not the way to be going.
Yeah,
it should be exclusivity on things that you can earn through the way you play the game.
Right. I would agree with that as well. Although
I think spending $500 on something's pretty exclusive, but
yeah. But I mean, if it's just a question of opening up your wallet, then that seems a little.
That's like IRL grinding, though.
But it's yes, exactly. But it's not like the Bengal tiger from Zul'Gurub or whatever, where you had to like go through and you had to be really lucky at getting this mount. 1% drop, and then seeing that go away was tough because everybody's like, I still don't have it. And I've gone through 300 times on ZG, and I still don't have it. So that was a little bit maybe more sad in my opinion, but but yeah, it just seems like that would be the.
Yeah, it's weird that they would pick that one thing in particular of all the things that they could just say we don't do this anymore. That's the one they go for. So.
And this is the only dino that's being extincted. Extincted? Yeah, extincted. The only one that is having an extinction level event that is coming to WoW. That's the only dino that's biting the dust. So again,
Rip Long Boi.
Again, I don't know why. So it's fine. I wasn't gonna get it anyway, so I don't care. Right?
Long story short, I don't care.
I'm not getting it anyway. That's long story short. It's no skin off my nose, I guess.
I think the one thing we should say though is it is going to be on the black market auction house, but for the number of times you've ever seen the Zul'Gurub or the Zulu tiger and so on, it's pretty rare. So and good luck paying for that when it does come out on there finally.
Right. Another thing I won't get is, let's see, I'm not going to get a special hearth stone. I'm not going to get, like more bag space in my backpack. And I'm not going to get all this other cool stuff that the Vulpera are getting, apparently. So the Vulpera, as it turns out, one of their racial abilities is to get 8 more slots in their backpack.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot of slots.
It is.
Pretty much the best racial.
Yeah. Is it the best racial?
It's easily the best racial.
It's got to be like, before Arcane Torrent, after Arcane Torrent was nerfed, this has got to be the best racial, right?
I would take that, yeah. But yeah, so it's replacing something that was going to happen called Vulpera Survival Kit. So Vulpera would have had a chance to find an additional satchel of goods when you kill a humanoid, but now instead we're just getting 8 more slots, which is fine. That's great.
It's great if you're playing a fox person.
It's weird though; they're so small. How can they carry such big bags?
Well, that's the whole thing with those guys, right?
They got big bags.
They know how to pack well.
Right.
They know how to make extra room in their bag, so I understand.
Fair.
Plus, they get the extra Hearthstone where they can just like make camp anywhere and then just come back to it anytime they want to.
That is so cool.
Is that a sleepy camp?
No, I think it's just a. Like, I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm guessing that it's just like a mark on the map somewhere somehow, and then they just can come back to it. So I don't know if there's an actual camp there. Maybe there is.
Well, it says like, make camp at this location. Can only be used outdoors.
Well, but I mean, like an actual, like, make a tent with rested XP and all that kind of stuff, and a little mailbox outside, and wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
If it's got all the goods there, like the stuff you'd expect at a little rested XP location, then that's pretty good. If it's just an aesthetic thing, I'm not really sure. I'm just sure if I was trying to think when I saw this how I would use it, and when I'd use it.
If you're farming something or whatever, I mean, that would be good.
Yeah. As a mage, this doesn't really faze me, but I understand how it's nice for other people.
Wow. That was
wow, yeah.
That was nice.
I'm just saying.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. That's just one of those other things that's going to be happening. Is there anything else going on?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, sure, obviously.
There's lots of stuff.
We've got the 15th anniversary event still going strong, going through January 7th. When 8.3 hits, I guess, maybe.
When it hits. Man, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be big. And it's going to be sad when that extra 15% XP finally does go away, because it's great for rep and it's great for grinding characters right now.
It really is. And especially right now with the Pilgrim's bounty stuff going on, now is the time where you can really rep grind. And so if you guys like don't have flying yet, you can go grab flying really, really fast. And get that last part of the Pathfinder stuff done real quick.
That's really helpful.
Or if you have an alt that's on the other side, or whatever. I mean, if you're just trying for different things, now is the time to grind some rep. Or the B mount. I was finding that the B mount, it even affects the B mount, folks.
I haven't started that yet. I've now got this Alliance Toon, and I haven't even thought about getting my B mount. I don't even know where to start.
It's fun. So you start at it's in Storm's Wake, that area, and you just go to this guy, and he starts you on the quest, and away you go. So
find this guy, gives you a B.
He doesn't give you a B. You actually have to have a bee pet out. So that he can see the bee. Apparently, he needs to see the bee, and then he goes, "Oh, you're cool. Here, let me give you the quest."
Another bee.
I'll start grinding that up, and then I'll.
Wowhead has a guide for everything, so that's what I would say. And make sure to check that out. I was actually doing that some this week, and I was finding it was actually easier to find stuff now that a lot of people have completed it. It's like. You have to kill the honey smasher every day, which is this big dude.
Every day?
Well, you should. It's a daily repeatable thing you can do. And he's called a honey smasher, and you just go and grab a group and go kill him. And instant rep that way. And then fly around and collect thin jelly.
Okay.
Jelly.
And how long does that take from start to finish? From start to getting your mount of.
I'm not done yet. So, but then again, I haven't really given it like the full effort. So,
just if it's Alliance only, and I've got an Alliance Toon, I might as well grab it.
You might as well. I mean,
and then fly around Thyst and say, haha.
Right.
Good, I've got.
Hey, do you want to come over and see me on my Horde Toon?
With your non-exclusive mounts.
Let's go.
She's got war mode on. Just
and I've got ways to knock you off that mount, sir. Couple ways.
Wow. That sounds pretty heated.
It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it is. So I think that's going to be about it for the show.
B.
About it for the show. So I think we'll get out of here. But Thyst, thank you, and Stats, welcome to the show. Official.
Oh,
I guess
it's official.
Yeah, it's official.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's official now. Stats is just going to be hanging out with us whenever he's available, and
Your complimentary breakfast will be in the mail.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
He gets a complimentary breakfast.
I got complimentary. Let's see this.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
the convert to raid merch starts dripping in when you become a host on the show. You got
that's what Canadians would call a toque, I believe.
Yes, that is a toque.
So, congratulations on that one. I don't know if it's
congratulations, I guess.
Hey, you deserve it, buddy. And it'll be good to have you along for the ride. It'll be nice. And so we'll have to come up with all sorts of little jokes and all that kind of stuff. By the way, do you have another joke for tonight, or is this or a pun or
I have a few. I have a few that I'm saving up. So I'll keep them right now.
Ooh.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh, it's
I've done a whole bunch of new ones that I was going to put on Twitter, but I'm actually saving them for the show.
When your jokes are time gated, I feel like that is really.
Yeah, you're gonna get complaints.
Oh yeah, you are time gating your jokes. That's no good. All right, well we're gonna get out of here, and so Thyst, you can follow her on social media at Thyst03, pretty much everywhere.
Yup.
Warcraft Stats, you're at Warcraft Stats on Twitter and Instagram, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Anywhere else? Snapchat? I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, well, I keep getting hooked into Snapchat, but that's not me. I just get really obscure pictures of Thyst in face masks and.
What do you mean obscure?
That's weird. In face
art.
masks. That's strange. That is very, very strange. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. And so I'll bail on that one and I'll play this one. And away we go. And also, you can follow Convert to Raid at Convert to Raid on Twitter. That's where all of the show stuff is. Once again, next week, we should have more information, or maybe we will just jump into the giveaways for the holidays. So, as one does.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that.
No,
Getting stuff is awesome.
It'll be fun. I think next week might be more information than anything else, and then we'll jump into it after that. But I could be wrong. I need to look at a calendar. It's already the 26th. I can't believe that.
Stop.
Sorry, it's almost 2020, everybody.
Patrick.
It's right around the corner. Sorry, I'm just getting very, very excited now. All right, so for Convert to Raid, you can check us out online at convertraid.com. That's where you have all this stuff. We have audio, video, guild stuff, and more all over at convertraid.com. So hang out there, or hang out on our Discord. Please do that as well. That would be great to see you there. And Thyst and Stats, thank you guys as always. Twitch chat, you're weird. I love you. I want you in my life all the time. All the time. All the time.
Yeah, Twitch chat, they're giving me a hard time for not finishing with a joke, so I will.
Oh, okay. All right.
And,
all right.
Let's did it.
All right. What do you got?
Well, Horde raids tend to use Death Knight to battle res Tauren players.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it really raises the stakes.
Oh, it was a Soldier 76 joke.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, I guess thanks, Stats, for that. Thanks, Twitch chat, and thank you to all you guys out there that take us around with you all the time. We love you, and we can't wait to see you next time. So for all of the guys here at Convert to Raid, and that is Thyst and Stats and myself and everybody else, thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.